Hey everybody, what is going on? Hexlex here. It is, once again, that time of the week. Well, it's actually not. Usually we do these viewer special videos on Monday, but I wanted to keep our Infernoble combo guide and Infernoble deck profile coming out right next to each other, just to be, just for consistency's sake, right? So, instead, here on Tuesday, we are doing our viewer special. Of course, I was not ever going to pass up the viewer special. I very much look forward to doing this every single week, and we do this video every single week. So, for those who are new to the series and wondering what this is all about, the viewer special is our chance to show off games from you all, the viewers, as opposed to just seeing me play all the time. This allows for a lot of nice insight as far as, like, not just cool, unique builds, which y'all are always submitting, which is honestly something I really, really like to see, don't get me wrong, but even beyond that, I think it's really important to watch multiple people play to get an insight of, different lines, different texts, different deck building methods or theories, and really just expose ourselves to, because, there's this argument sometimes in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, this idea that, like, oh, if you look at what other people are doing, that's bad, the whole net decking argument, right? But especially in today's day and age where, like, we live in a world where we can very easily share information and progress and grow as a result, it's like, why would you not want to do that, right? So, so we're here taking a look at y'all's games. If you are interested in submitting duels for the viewer special, here is how you can do it. You're going to want to go to the description below. If you expand that, you'll find one of the links there is a invite link to my Discord server. We have an entire channel dedicated within the server just for viewer special submissions under the Master Duel section. And that is definitely the best place to put the submissions. I do look through YouTube comments every now and then, but I'm definitely much more active on the Discord server as opposed to scrolling through the YouTube comments all the time, right? So that is definitely the place to leave that information. As far as what information I will need from you, the main thing, of course, is going to be your 9-digit player ID. That will, of course, allow me to see your profile and view any publicly saved replays you have. Do make sure that your replays are publicly saved. If they are not, I will not be able to view or feature them. If you also want to leave a little blurb about the game, a lot of people just leave, I played this deck versus this deck, which is immensely helpful. But if you want to go into more detail, that's even more helpful. So, however you want to do it, it's all good. And if you have multiple public replays, definitely make sure that you're leaving either the name of your opponent or the date and time of the replay, just so I know specifically which game you want me to see, right? So, the other thing too, I guess the only thing I do ask is that we don't spam submit the same game over and over again. And just know that even if you don't get featured this week, there are only so many games we can feature, right? We only do about 3 per video. So if you're not featured this week, there are always future weeks. And while I say, don't spam submit the same game over and over again, if you've got like 10 different replays, you can do 10 different submissions. That I'm totally cool with. I'm always down to check out these games. And that's the other thing too, is even if I don't feature your duel on the video, because again, we can only do 3 per week, just know that I watch about 90% of what comes through. Like, I watch the vast majority of it. Especially if it's a deck that I've tried or am very interested in, I definitely peek at those. So, there's always that as well. But in any case, I have some games picked out here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so our first replay for today's video comes to us from Daily Mission. I wonder what they're trying to do. But no, this is from Arcane Ape over on the Discord server, and in the streams I always see Arcane Ape in chat there. Looks like they have a game where they're playing Rescue Ace with the Synchro package versus Exo Sisters. Actually, wait, this might not be the one with the Synchro package. We'll see. And actually, we can see right now. Beep, beep, beep. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay, so this is the one with the Synchro package. I think actually, because I know they submitted a couple of games there, and I think they both had the Synchro package. But anyway, I want to check out this replay because Rescue Ace is one of those decks that I'm particularly interested in, but I'm just not quite sure what the best way to build it is. Like, I'm pretty convinced the Auroradon package is really good right now, but I've also seen that a lot of people say that blending it more with the Snake Eyes package, like actually including Snake Eyes cards, I think beyond the Abel Star, is pretty good too. But I don't know, I'm not like the most convinced. I don't think that's bad by any means, but I think that's, I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, Oh my god, they're actually on Sacred Beast. I wondered when the Dark Beckoning Beast came down if it was going to be a Sprite variant, but no, they're actually on Dark Beckoning Beast. So, what effect is it that we just ashed, by the way? I want to see that real quick. Oh, I thought I paused here. Let me do that real quick. On Chaos Summoning Beast, you can treat this card special summon one... Oh, one of them. Got it. Now, I thought it was one of each of them for a moment there, so... Looks like we're dealing with Haman and a back row, as well as the Almirage, too. Gonna start off with that draw phase wanted. Definitely gonna do that during the draw phase, but oh, the Solemn Judgment here. That's brutal. That's pretty brutal. Alright, we still get to normal summon O-Lion. They changed the Almirage effect for some reason. Okay, that's fine. And then they're just passing it back over to us. Yeah, that Solemn Judgment... Okay, wait, what is this doing? They're bringing back the Almirage, I guess, but did that not also... Huh? What? Am I missing something? Why would you not tribute for one of your... Unless Haman is literally the only Sacred Beast they're playing. I don't know why you would run that into your... Okay, let's keep watching. Maybe we'll get the question answered for us. But running the Summoning Beast into the O-Lion there to bring back Almirage is a little bit odd to me, but okay. Alright, we can summon our token, and then Haman, yeah, deals 1,000 to us. Okay, like, I know they get to add Fallen Paradise, but did they not already... Okay, they didn't have one in the graveyard already. But it also says you can use each effect once per turn, right? So they could still have tributed this, and then banished it to add Fallen Paradise. Could they not have? Am I... Maybe I'm missing something, I don't know. Yeah, Fallen Paradise is a nice little draw, too, if you control one of the Sacred Beasts, so they'll get that. Okay, we're normal summoning the Ash Blossom, linking it with our token to go for a Hita. Ooh, we might actually have plays here. Okay. Hita bringing back that Almirage, and now we get to link those two for a Link 3. Is this going to be the Promethean Princess? No, it looks like it's... it's Celine. We're just going for the access code, OTK. Hell yeah. Alright, Celine getting those counters. Exactly 3, just enough to bring back that Diabell Star. Alright, Diabell Star is getting to set the original Sin. Oh, okay, we're going for the Hydrant here. Are we not on access code? No, we are on access code, okay. Okay, we're banishing Wanted, putting back to Sin, and getting another Wanted. I guess, to be fair, we can always do this and then go into the access code. We don't have to necessarily do it straight away. It's a very nice Royal Turbulence, too, by the way. Very, very nice. Alright, Turbulence F. We're going to set up our Rescue Ace spells. Only a couple, because, yeah, we've used a couple of them, I think, or drawn a couple of them at this point. Alright, here's the access code. Bumping up to 53. We're going to banish the Celine. Popping the Fallen. And then we're moving to battle. No, for Honest, we should have popped the Haman. Could we not have popped Haman? Could this card not be destroyed by card effects? Hang on. Let me read that for a second. Let me put this away, and let me read, not Honest, I know what Honest does. This card destroys opponent's monster by battle. Ah, no, we should have popped the Haman! Unless Fallen Paradise has an effect. Those monsters can't be destroyed by battle or by your opponent's card effects. Got it. That makes more sense. And I think, was Celine the only Link monster in our graveyard? I think she was. No, we had Hita as well. So we could have banished, sure. Yeah, but I wanted to show this replay because, one, I almost never get losing replays, which I think is kind of interesting that we got one. And two, it's like Arcane Ape said in their little blurb about the game that it would have been won if not for a one-of card they played, and it's looking like that Honest was the one-of, so woof, that's a little bit brutal there. Yeah, it might be 2024, but Honest, you know, could still come up, I guess. But, yeah, in any case, let's go ahead and take a look at our next duel here. Okay, our next game comes to us from Kinohara. I believe we are going to be watching this one here. They are playing Adventure Snake Eye against Sky Striker. I was particularly keen to see this game, too. I always like doing the viewer specials a lot, well, in general, of course, but especially when we have new stuff that comes out, because I'm really eager to see what builds are on here. So, I see we're playing Dark Blue No More and Double Evenly as well. I wonder if we're specifically a going second to Snake Eye's build. But anyway, Adventure Snake Eye is definitely a deck that I have been looking to try. Obviously, I've played a lot of Snake Eye, but I've been thinking about mixing Snake Eye with both Adventures and Synchros. So I was curious to see a game with Adventure Snake Eye here. So, alright, we've got the Droll and the Evenly, so we're definitely looking good going second here. Again, with the double Dark Ruler No More, double Evenly, I'm not sure if we are specifically a going second deck. But we are going to Droll as soon as they add the Ray. They can Kagari and wheel back the Engage, that's fine. I'm guessing they're going to go... Wait, what? They didn't go Shizuku? I was just about to say, I'm guessing they go Shizuku after this in order to be able to also add a second Engage. I don't know why you would end on Kagari here. I don't know, maybe there's a reason. I'm not the most, like, well-versed. Like, I'm not the most seasoned Sky Striker player, but... Anyway, we're going to draw phase Wanted. They have the Ash Blossom for it, but this is so fine. We already have both Snake Eye Ash and Original Sin. This is definitely a hand that can play through not only this Ash Blossom, but also if they've got, like, an Imperm, or I guess it would be a Widow Anchor, we can definitely play through that as well. Okay, evenly, they're going to chain Hornet Drones, which I guess... I don't know, I don't really get that. I guess they wanted the token? I'm trying to think why you would value the token more highly than the Kagari if all you cared about is a monster, but... in any case, here we got the Snake Eye Ash adding the Poplar, going for the Divine Temple. Oh, I don't know if we're going to see much adventure stuff this game, but if nothing else, you know, we get a crash course in... some more Snake Eye plays. I'm actually planning on posting my follow-up Snake Eyes build probably in a couple of days. I've updated mine a little bit from my initial build, and I actually hit Master with my updated build, so very eager to show that off there. But anyway, okay, we got the Oak coming back as well as the Ash. We got the Original Sin as well, sending the Poplar for the Jet Synchron. Excuse me. So it looks like this is going to be one of those setups. I think that was actually the case mentioned in the little blurb as well, about how we are going to get to see, what is it, blah, 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 IP as well as Formula Synchron in the same combo line here, without having to use Sprite Elf either. I don't know if we are on Sprite Elf. Doesn't appear that we are, although to be fair, like, you know, I wasn't for a hot minute either, so... It's funny, though, I guess I'll talk more about this in my follow-up video, but I find that Sprite Elf doesn't even come up nearly as often as I thought it would. I also see we're on the trap card here, the Sinful Spoils of Betrayal Silvera. I'm a little... I don't know how I feel about this card yet. Like, I definitely don't think it's bad by any means, but I feel like... I don't know. It might not be the worst thing in the world. I just kind of feel like... I mean, to be fair, we are going second and getting use out of it here. My main argument would be that you don't often get use out of it going second, but... I could be wrong. In fact, I often am. Am only human, after all. Looks like we're ending off on the Ambler Whale before passing over to our opponent here. So... got the dramatic Snake Eye Chase to put the Poplar back in the main monster zone, and then looks like we're doing the Link Rebo now. Just not even waiting for the opponent to draw like a call by or something, which makes sense, so. Yep, draw phase, we don't have to worry about Imperm because they have a card in the field, so we can just put the IP right back out on the monster zone there. Linking the token off for the Hayate. We're going to Promethean Princess in response, as well as Formula Synchron, and they're just going to concede. That makes sense, so... So the thing about the adventure line with the Snake Eyes that I find particularly fascinating, because a lot of people are probably going to think, like, okay, well, Snake Eye Ash, like, sure, you know. And of course, like, Snake Eye Ash, that card does make it, like, trying to normal summon that card does make it seem like, oh, the adventure engine wouldn't be that good with it. But it's like, I think people are also forgetting that, like, we still have 3 Diabell Star and 3 Wanted, and I'm kind of even in a build like that thinking of playing 3 Original Sin, to kind of help just get the special summon plays going a little bit more often in that regard. But it sounds like that Kitohara is planning to climb all the way up to Diamond and possibly even further with this Adventure Snake Eye build. So definitely wish you luck, and if you got any more games, I'm always eager to see those. We do have one more game to check out for the video. Let's take a look at that here. Okay, our last game for this video comes to us from Sebastoron. Sebas here, I'm sure I'm butchering your name, apologies if I do, is playing Super Heavy Samurai featuring, where is it, here it is, the Calamity. So I wanted to see this game because I have actually not encountered Calamity, like, even once since the new update with Crimson Dragon came out. And I've heard that sentiment from a lot of other people too, or maybe not a lot, but from multiple other people as well. I don't know if that's true of you all. It might be something that's happening more in like Platinum than Diamond or Master, but I've yet to see a single Calamity, or even a single Crimson Dragon for that matter, since the new set has come out. But anyway, looks like we're starting off with some pretty typical Super Heavy Samurai stuff. We've got the Wakaushi as well as the Soul Piercers, so we definitely have a good bit of gas to get us started with here. It was also noted that we were going to go for the Calamity Lock, but the opponent had some good tech against us, so I'm eager to see how that plays out as well. Actually, I don't think I've seen... I know I looked up like a written combo guide for it, but I've not actually seen visualized yet the Super Heavy Samurai line that brings out Calamity. The thing about Crimson Dragon bringing out Calamity, right, that I think might explain why I and at least some out of other people have not seen it at all since Crimson Dragon came out, is that a lot of these builds, like a lot of these decks that have the ability to go for Calamity, don't necessarily want to do so in a best of one. It's just not as consistent, right? Like, for one, you can't even guarantee that you're going to go first, and that is already a big hurdle into trying to skip the opponent's turn. And beyond that, you know, the Calamity Lock a lot of times seems to me to be a line that's like, you know, I mean, to be fair, all combo lines have to resolve in order to go off. Like, I was about to say, like, oh, it's only a line. Like, it just feels a bit win more to me. I don't know. It's like, it's so dependent on your line resolving, which is why I said, you know, to be fair, every combo line is dependent on the line resolving. But I guess to me, that's what a win more kind of tech or card is, right? It's a tech or card that is really only good when the combo line, like, already fully resolves. And it's like, you know, if you're a Super Heavy Samurai player and you're already at this stage in the combo where you're dropping multiple Omnis, like, do you really need to be going out of your way to make Calamity and, like, effectively skip your opponent's turn? It's like, I don't know. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's even suboptimal. I just don't know how necessary it is, but... Okay, here is the Crimson Dragon. Looks like we're linking off the Stealthy and the Genius now for Elf. Yep. Oh, right. And then Elf brings back the Motorbike. That bumps the... And then we... Yep. Okay, yeah, this is where we pivot into the 12 here, because we're going to sync for 8 and then 12. We're going to go for the... I do remember this part from the written combo guide that I saw a few days ago now at this point, but... Then we get the Motorbike for follow-up plays. Wakaushi and Saratobi are then going to make the Brave Masaru. And then on our opponent's turn, Crimson Dragon will, turn the Brave Musaro. Well, it would if it were not for Super Poly here, would turn the Brave Musaro into the Calamity. And the reason, for those who don't know, that Hot Red Dragon Arching King Calamity ends up being a turn skip is that it says, when this card is synchro summoned, you can activate this effect. For the rest of the turn, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects on the field. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation. So... But it does look like they were able to stop that from happening here. Also, I think we're against Noveles, is that right? Yeah, I was going to say, I thought I saw one of the Noveles cards there. Looks like it is also being supported by the Dogmatic engine. We do get to draw a card off the Brave Musaro here. Oh my god, and it's, of course. What a card to draw, holy shit, the Maxi coming down. And yeah, that's definitely going to make life at least a little bit more difficult for our opponent here. Dogmatica Maximus sending Stardust Dragon the Calamity, that's fine. Although I think we picked the cards for this one, right? Yeah, our opponent sends to, yeah. So that's why we sent Stardust Dragon and Calamity there. That makes sense. And I guess at this point they decided they were not able to play through what we had here. Which is, you know, to be fair, a lot of it is the Max C. But, like, I can also imagine trying to get through a monster that is not targetable and has 4K defense might also be a little bit of a challenge there. So thank you for the submission there, Sebas, and thank you to everyone who submitted for the viewer special. We, of course, like I said, do this literally every single week, so if you would like to submit your games for a future video, again, you can definitely do so by going to the Discord server, invite link in the description below, and submitting to the viewer special channel there. But like I said, that'll go ahead and do it for this one. Let's see now the outro. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. That means a lot to me. It's also a great way to support the channel, so thank you very much in that way as well. If you're interested in supporting the channel in other ways, like the very special patrons that I am thanking here, you can do so by checking out some of the links in the description. One of those goes to the Patreon, where you can join these fine folk and support the channel that way. I do post daily content over on Patreon, so you do get something for supporting there. And if you're interested, I also have a coaching tier option as well. Details again will be on Patreon in the link below. Also in the description linked below is my Twitch page where I stream a few times a week. You can go ahead and check that out, follow or subscribe over there if you ever want to catch me live. You'll also find my second YouTube channel if you feel like subscribing over there to watch some of the Twitch VODs as well as some additional non-Yu-Gi-Oh related content that I make over there. Again, any of those links you want to check out is all a great way of supporting. But again, even if you don't do that, just watching was also a fantastic way to support. And once again, I have to thank you so very much. But in any case, this is Hexlex. I'm going to be signing out, and I'm hoping you have a fantastic day.